On September 11, 2001, the United States of America fell victim to one of the deadliest terrorist attacks in our history. While most people were having their morning cup of coffee, 2 planes were hijacked and flown into the World Trade Center in New York City. Within an hour, a 3rd plane was flown into the west side of the Pentagon, and a 4th crashed into a field in Pennsylvania. As the chaos ensued, the 2 majestic towers began to crumble and fall into a fiery inferno of rubble and debris. The world watched in terror as the unthinkable happened, an attack on American soil.
The violent attacks left a huge scar on the soul of America. Nearly 3,000 people died during the attacks, and 6,000 were injured. But the carnage did not end there. It's estimated that 10,000 first responders and survivors of the attacks have been diagnosed with cancer, and more than 2,000 deaths have occurred from these illnesses. As these numbers continue to rise, it serves as a dark reminder of the pain and suffering of that day, which has lasting effects even into the next generation of Americans.
In the wake of the chaos, firefighters, police, and first responders sprung into action, risking their lives and sacrificing for their fellow Americans. These heroes did what they do best. When others ran away from the terror, they ran toward it. They put aside their own desires to return home to loved ones and instead sprung into action for the loved ones of others, and many of them lost their lives. But because of their sacrifice, many were saved and their legacy and courage lives on. As people were pulled from the rubble, it symbolized the spirit of the American patriot. We too will rise again.
Today, we remember all of those victims who lost their lives during these horrible attacks. But we also remember the bravery of those on the ground who gave of themselves to save their fellow Americans. We honor the heroes on the planes, the heroes at the Pentagon, and the heroes at the World Trade Center. We remember the first responders who provided aid in the face of terror. Our country must never forget the pain of that day, but we must also never forget the camaraderie of patriotism we all experienced. Today and every day, we remember these fallen heroes, gone but never forgotten.